Like one place that got blown up, Joe Beef.
Oh yeah, that's the two Montreal guys, the two
Yeah.
Quebecois.
That
Those guys
place
are
always
sick.
gets blown up. Everyone talks
Yeah,
about
but
it.
that
Joe Rogan,
yeah
Anthony Bourdain. Those guys go on tour. They have sick
Yeah.
cookbooks.
that place is still there, right?
Yeah, because they're like reservations only. They can't get packed.
Yeah,
But you
it's
have to make
super, like-
reservations way in
Did you go
advance.
there when you went to Montreal?
No, I couldn't.
Yeah, that was sick. You went to Montreal alone.
Yeah.
But
Solo travel, dude.
yeah, no, that's sick. That's actually cool. What made you want to go like alone? Because you couldn't find anyone, or like what was
No. It was like a purposeful effort to like try
do
and do
solo?
something alone.
That's dope. Yeah.
It's like have you ever done research on like say like what staying at home with your parents does to your brain? Uh, Being self-reliant on something or like self-reliant for yourself, it helps you like you know how people are like, I'm gonna go travel and figure out who I am, but they do it with like 10 of their friends.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, you'll help me with this, you'll help me with this.
Hmm.
You're not doing anything
Yeah.
for yourself. And
Mhm.
then what happens when you're alone?
Hmm.
It's like there's a quote. It's like, oh, the sultry alone man is cloaked in a scent of like celestial wisdom or something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah. I kind of dig it. I get it. I see what I understand. Yeah. It's facts though.
Yeah, you have to learn how to do things for yourself. You have
Yeah.
to figure out like I don't know. I have a problem with being like indecisive. Like you go to the store and you like see like 5 types of deodorant
Yeah.
or something. Like, oh, which one's the one I
Yeah.
want to get? When we were with other people, we're like, oh, where do you want to go eat? And then they make the decision.
Yeah.
When you're alone, you make all the decisions
you
for
have to.
yourself. Yeah, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do for yourself. You go
Mm.
bring yourself somewhere. You work for yourself.
Yeah. No, it's like going and like purposefully doing something alone, or even not even just purposely. Like even if you try to organize a trip and then everyone fell through and you just have to go alone, or you just decide to go alone.
Just go.
Yeah,
Don't pussy out.
that experience when you're alone versus
Mhm.
when you're like with people, it is like way more impactful. Not to like diss going with people. Obviously that's
Yeah,
fun
yeah,
and it's still
it's
impactful.
different.
But
Yeah.
you can see, because like when I went to do the snowboarding lessons and like I did that alone, and then when I would go to snowboard alone, like you can just focus on what you're doing and decide what you're doing at what time, and
Yeah.
be on your own, not have to like rely on anyone else, or not have to like let anyone else sway your judgment or like what you're deciding to do, and you kind of hone in to yourself and get time to like self-reflect, or like
100%.
look into yourself and see like how you act on your own, and how
Yeah.
you actually interact with the world when you're not with other people.
Mhm. Like even like going to a restaurant by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like a table for one.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, geez, I'm just sitting at this table alone.
So yeah, am I a loser? It's like no.
No. Like if you keep doing that, yeah, but
Yeah. No, or even like going to a movie alone. Have I ever gone to a movie alone? I don't think I have.
I did that once.
Yeah, but I don't understand like I get it. It's like, oh, you're a loser. Movies you have to go with, or with people. But what's the difference if I just watch a movie in my room alone?
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, like you can even just watching a movie is already enough to see the experience that you have when you're alone versus when you're with people. When I watch it alone, I'm like way more
You pay attention.
yeah, I'm paying way more attention. I'm way more like insightful on certain things, and I can like pause and go back and rewatch a scene that I like really wanted to dissect and things like that. Like I watched Apocalypse Now. Like I rewatched it recently, and I had to first off because I watched that shit when I was in like grade 8, and like I was just like, oh, sick Vietnam War movie, and now I realize like how fucked up the movie is and how it's like it's an anti-war movie, obviously, which I didn't even fucking clue in on when I was in grade 8. But yeah, and like there was this one scene where
It's like Fortunate Son, where everyone plays it in the war movies.
so
but
that's
it's
from
anti-war.
yeah, that's from They played Fortunate Son and Forrest Gump in the Vietnam scene. That's where like that meme started from.
Yeah.
But that song's also just about Vietnam. But yeah, no. There's like a scene where the captain that's about to like go on a mission is like at a dinner table, and this guy's like seen the shit. Like he's been out in the field and he's fucking like he's seen the shit. And he has the 1,000-yard stare, like they say in Full Metal Jacket.
Like that dog.
Where it's like after you see the shit, yeah, it's like you can tell. But then he's at the table with like young Harrison Ford and these two other commanders. And bro, Francis Ford Coppola, what a fucking genius. It's like these 3 consecutive close-up shots. First, it's like one guy's hands and his nails are like nice and like there's no dirt. And then it's like a guy like eating shrimp and you see his hands again and it's clean. And then it's like cuts to the captain's hands and it's like all dirty and you see his eyes like looking at all the food at the table. And like those just that alone, and I went back and like rewatched it. And then I was like, damn, like that was clever. Like I tipped my hat to like those 3 shots because it was like so perfect to show like this guy's just a tool for these people to like do their bidding basically.
Yeah.
And like that. Obviously, when you're watching with people, you can still pick up, but like I was way more in tune to the movie, and there was no shame in like going back and rewinding and rewatching a scene, and I can just pause and think to myself about what it means. But obviously, if you watch with people, you can talk about it. But some people aren't into that shit. Like that's another thing. Like you're not always gonna be on the same wavelength as other people when you're experiencing certain things. So it's like, oh, if I want to sit here for an hour and look at the sunset, if I'm like in Montreal or something, someone else might not want to do that, and you get dragged in another direction. You don't get to do what you want to do.
Movies are art, right? Yeah. It's like going to the museum alone. Because I did that in Montreal. I spent the whole fucking day at the museum.
That is something I actually want to do. Because whenever I'm at the museum, I feel guilty for like reading the fucking
and your friend wants to like let's go look at something else.
Let's go look at the dinosaurs. But it's like there's this like ancient Chinese knife that has like a 3-paragraph description. It's like, I want to read that.
Yeah. It's like, the man who made this knife spent 100 years learning, and he passed it on to his son. And his son hammered the knife.
No, the museum thing is a good point, because every time I go to the museum with people, I do feel that like pressure to move on.
Yeah, you like look at something that's nice, because you go look at something else.
You could literally, if you went to the ROM, even if you went right when it opens, probably I don't even know when they open, like 8, 7.
Yeah.
You literally, if you went through and read everything, you wouldn't even be able to like do that in a day, unless you can read like a mini.
No way.
There's too much.
That's why people have like the season passes.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I actually wanted to kind of do that.
The Montreal Museum of Fine Art. There's so much stuff. Yeah. There's multiple buildings, and they're all connected underground.
Is that the one with the spider outside, or is that Ottawa?
That's Ottawa. The one in Montreal has the sun made out of glass outside.
I don't think I went there.
And it has like this rainbow road up the side, and then like Montreal. You spend your whole day there and you just look at like weird art.
Yeah, that's lit. Do they have descriptions in each thing?
Yeah,
that's good.